Hey, YouTube fans. I know there's hardly any of you, but that's okay. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to work out while I talk, okay? And feel free to join me if you have any kind of weight equipment. It's pretty nice. All right. So guys, we are living in the craziest times ever. So what many people don't realize, and people like my son who have been studying history he's a little history guru, is that we've been in a pretty awful state for a long time. Our society is set up in a way that's pretty good, pretty efficient, right? But we've been, in scriptural terms, being lulled away into carnal security. And it's just gotten much worse. So, let's see, somebody stole my little weights here. I guess what I'm needing to talk about today is the fact that in the scriptures it says that the last shall be first and the first shall be last. Now, many of us who are followers of Christ or followers of God have been through plenty of things where the greedy, the selfish, the powerful, the money hungry, the lustful people of the earth have taken advantage of us who are humble followers of Christ. We have done our best to turn the other cheek and to sometimes even lay down and let them take advantage of us. I believe that something that's happening is those who have gotten ahead by lying, stealing, cheating, and taking advantage of others are being revealed. The darkness is being brought to the light. And now, when it says the last shall be first, those of us who are humble followers of God are being called to stand up and to speak up for truth and to draw the line in the sand, saying we will not comply. We need a better world for our children, and we are going to fight for our freedom of choice in all things. Now, this is not about masks. It's not about the little things, but it's about our future and what is important to us. So, that being said, what I'm going to do pretty soon, and I encourage all of you to do the same. Notice that the state of Georgia I just talked to my chiropractor today, and he said that he's going to visit his friends in Georgia, where he grew up. And he let me know that all the restaurants are open, that they're mask-free. He said Georgia is COVID-free. Now, let me tell you something about COVID. There's 14 different strains of the COVID virus, and it's been around for 20 years, as far as we know. Who knows? Probably longer, right? And viruses come and go, and they come and go in waves. We don't need to fear any virus, but we do need to understand that people who are high up, who've been getting their way and making their living off of lying and stealing and cheating and taking advantage of others, are going to continue to do that. And the more that we stand and rise against them, those of us who are fighting for true liberty and fighting for our children and the most vulnerable among us, the harder they're going to fight to gain control over the masses, because they don't want to lose it, because that's their only foundation in life. And so what I encourage all of us to do is to write our governors heartfelt letters, let them know what kinds of ramifications and consequences have come as a result of social distancing. If you have a grandparent or someone who's elderly in your family who has had to be isolated for 10 plus months. And, I continue to hear firsthand witnesses saying that, yeah, my grandpa is really depressed. He can't see any of his family. He can't touch anyone. Yeah, my grandma is starving herself because she doesn't see this as any what's the word? There's no quality of life at this point for her. So she's starving herself to death. I look at all the people who have been suffering, bacterial infections and things like that from wearing masks. And I've also spoken to people firsthand, plenty of my friends and family members who have been extremely careful. I mean, the most careful. They've worn masks, they've not gone anywhere, they've sanitized everything. And guess what? They're the ones who have gotten it and who have overcome it and or died from it. Making more and more restrictions and tighter controls is not going to stop a virus or anything else from coming among us. So it's time to stop fearing, and it's time to stand up and speak up for what we believe in. And I believe in our freedom of choice in every situation, in every area of life. I don't care if you're pro-mask or not. I am pro, freedom of choice. I believe that we need to be able to choose for ourselves and our families what we're going to do and what we're going to condone and not. So that's my spiel for today. And guys, do what you can to stand up and speak up. There's great wisdom in listening to godly wisdom. God teaches us that it's not about tighter and tighter control to get people to behave the way that you want them to. It's actually all about the ability to choose. It's about agency. It's a gift that many have fought and died for in our behalf so that we might have it. So anyway, hope you all have a great day and eat well, drink lots of water, get the vitamins and minerals you need in your diet, get sunshine and fresh air, and masks are not going to save us from a virus. But all of these things will help our immune systems to work the way that they were designed to work. And we don't need to fear anything other than our own destruction, our own self-destruction from trusting in the arm of flesh. Trust God and no one else, and listen to his voice, and you'll be okay.